Satellite images show a 40-mile-long convoy of military hardware heading towards surrounding the cities of Ukraine. We know from Grozny what the intention of Vladimir Putin is going to be. Mr. Speaker, hundreds of thousands of people are going to be murdered in these cities. Think of in this house, everybody, think of your families, think of your neighbours, think of relatives you may have aboard. They are going to be murdered. Now, the Prime Minister has led the world in the reaction to what's going on, and I'm proud of what he's done. So can I ask my right honourable friend, I know he's probably not been to bed for a week, but can I ask him to use every second he's got remaining until this tragedy is surely going to unfold to try and prevent it from happening?
Mr. Speaker, this was, of course, one of the subjects that I discussed this morning with Volodymyr Zelensky. And I think to many people looking at it, if I just be quickly, Mr. Speaker, they will wonder why it is impossible to interrupt the progress of those tanks with airstrikes or from a drone, for instance, which we know that the Ukrainians have. Technically, unfortunately, it turns out militarily it is not as easy as you might think, Mr. Speaker. And the tragic reality is that Vladimir Putin is going to continue to grind his war machine forwards if he possibly can. That is why it is vital that we continue the military support that we are offering, and that is why it is also vital that together with the United States, with all our friends and partners in the West, we intensify and accelerate the programme of economic sanctions that is already hurting.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, London is known as the world's capital for corrupt Russian money. £100 billion a year is awash in our country. And the scale of this corruption couldn't happen without what the Intelligence and Security Committee describe as the enablers, the lawyers, the accountants, the PR specialists, and so on, including those who challenge our brave independent journalists for identifying them. The Prime Minister didn't respond fully, I think, to the honourable members from the Isle of Wight in terms of how he will tackle the activity of these enablers who are for too long been corrupting the rule of law in our country.
I thank her. Well, with great respect, Mr. Speaker, let me repeat again, in fact, reinforce what I said to my right honourable friend from the Isle of Wight. The legal profession, everybody involved in assisting those who wish to hide money in London, assisting corrupt oligarchs, have been set on notice that their actions are under scrutiny, and where they break the law, if they undermine the interests of this country and advance the interests of Putin's war machine, they will pay a price.
Larry Kelly Ford.